Yeah, what is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz, bringing you our next matchup in the Fighter Pass tournament. So if you're new and you're stumbling across this video going, what is this? Why is Scorpion and Geolite next to a Smash Ultimate logo? Well, the whole gist of this thing is basically I took 32 characters and put them into a tournament, and then each day I upload one matchup from this tournament, and we vote down in the comments by simply typing the name of one of the two characters that you see in that matchup, just to see who you'd rather have as a DLC fighter in Super Smash Bros. And then it's, kind of goes along until there's a winner, because, well, that's how tournaments work. So, yeah, you vote down in the comments by simply typing the name of one of the two characters. And I guess, did I say Scorpion and Geolite earlier? That's not even who's in the matchup. It's Crono and Banjo. So how this works is I go over the matchup for the day. Like I just said, Crono from Chrono Trigger is taking on Banjo Kazooie from, well, Banjo and Kazooie series. So I'll talk about the characters just a little bit, and then, yes, down in the comments, simply type the name of one of the two characters you'd rather see as a DLC character in Smash Bros. You are allowed to vote for both if you absolutely want to. That is totally fine, but one vote per person. This is also a double elimination tournament, meaning character has to lose twice before they're officially eliminated. So you lose, you go to the loser bracket. You lose from there, well, then you're done. So voting for each matchup only stays open for 1 week, just to keep the tournament rolling. Much easier that way. And if there's ever a tie in the voting, I will flip a coin on camera. Had to do that last week. First time in a long time. But I will flip a coin on camera. You guys will see that. And we'll break the tie. That's the best way to do it. So, we got to go over the results from last week, which was Scorpion taking on Geolite. That's where I got that from. And you probably figured this wasn't really that close. And honestly, it wasn't. Scorpion from Mortal Kombat ends up winning 34 votes to just 6 for Geolite. But hey, Geolite, you put up, pretty decent fight. A few people actually legitimately voted for you, so that's pretty cool. But Geolite has now suffered its second loss and is done from the tournament, so Scorpion gets to move on to the next round, where he will take on Spyro, but that will be coming up. That'll be a matchup a little bit later down the road. So today's matchup, like I said twice already, is Crono taking on Banjo. So let me jump into that. So real quick, just in case some people haven't even seen this yet, this was back from March 20th, 2018, so actually, 11 months ago? Almost a year ago. Ban.exe tweeted out to Phil Spencer, "Are you still willing to let Banjo and Kazooie appear in Smash Bros?" And if you don't know who Phil Spencer is, he's the head of Microsoft, so he's he's pretty big, he's pretty up there. But in reply to that question, is he still willing to allow Banjo Kazooie to appear? He just simply said, yep. So, Zardy has the blessing from Microsoft and the head of Xbox. So, plus the fact that he's a, super popular character amongst Smash community. He grew up on Nintendo, and he's got I think this duo fits perfectly in Smash Bros. And as long as Nintendo and Microsoft can come to an agreement, which I really think they can, or maybe potentially they already have, because over the past 6, 8, 10 months or something like that, Nintendo and Microsoft seem to be really friendly, seem to be really buddy with each other, which is really cool. So they were doing the whole, hey, you want to cross-platform play, like Minecraft and Fortnite. They were doing that over the summer. Some people saying they're kind of taking shots at Sony, because back then Sony wasn't allowing cross-platform play, but they're slowly starting to let it happen throughout some games. So and then Microsoft, the Xbox Live is coming to the Switch sometime in the future. That's big in it of itself. So Xbox Live, or Microsoft and Nintendo, they seem to be pretty friendly towards each other. And Xbox, Microsoft, Phil Spencer, they've already said yes, let Banjo happen. We're willing to do it. I think all it would really take is, I think Nintendo, I'm almost positive, even Sakurai has stated in the past that he wanted Banjo Kazooie and Smash. It was actually, I had a video about this last week, Banjo Kazooie were actually supposed to appear in the original Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64, but they were a little concerned on the rights to, because at the time Rare had them, and a little iffy, so Banjo unfortunately never happened, but maybe for DLC it could happen, and then it gives the chance for Microsoft to bring Banjo back into the face, or not the face, but into gaming relevancy once again. Microsoft's always looking for first-party IPs. They're sitting on this one, and maybe they could work out a deal like, hey, Banjo Kazooie Xbox game, but maybe a few months down the road, it also comes out on the Nintendo Switch because they know the history Banjo has with Nintendo, which would be really awesome. So, kind of take the route of Crash and Spyro recently, remake some old games. Maybe if they sell well enough, make new games for the franchise. I think that would be a tremendous idea. I hope it happens. I'm a big fan of Banjo Kazooie. Would love to see him in Smash, but hey, we'll see what happens. So, I mean, yeah, he pretty much sells himself. He's Banjo Kazooie. He's popular. Moveset is pretty easy. I mean, he sells. It's DLC. You want to sell DLC. That's pretty much how this goes. So let's move on to another character that's kind of been popping up here as of late in some leaks. Leaks. My bad. Forgot the air quotes on that one. But Crono from Chrono Trigger, and I'm pretty sure they misspelled Chrono. Chrono Trigger has the H in the title. Crono, the character's name, does not have the H. I'm almost positive, so that might be a typo. But, so Chrono Trigger is from Chrono Trigger. It's an RPG game, and they did this really awesome thing where you, RPG elements where you could wander around, looking top down at the map, and, you could actually see the enemies on the map. And somebody pointed this out. I think Earthbound did the same thing, but I didn't quite I slightly messed up what I was trying to say last time about Chrono, or Chrono Trigger, the game, where you actually fight the enemies in the overworld as well, which was such a unique aspect to it as well. So Chrono Trigger, the game, is still regarded as one of the best games of all time, and I think come on, Super Nintendo, awesome game, great character. Sure, he's an anime swordsman. We don't need more of that. He's more than that. But I think he should have. I can't say should happen, but I think he could happen. I do. But here's what I was saying this yesterday when I was kind of going over. I tease in today's episode. I don't see Crono making any sort of sense for the game. Honestly, I would love the character to be in the game, but I'm looking at this from Square Enix's point of view, and their, I guess, business-wise, this doesn't make sense. There's no new Chrono Trigger games, When's the last time the series actually had a new installment into the franchise? It's been a long time. Unless Square's got something, that they're hiding, that, they're keeping secret, like, hey, there's actually going to be a new Chrono Trigger game coming out, and yada, 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 whatever. Business standpoint-wise, this doesn't make any sense. You want to stop turning off, please? It doesn't make any sense. You have this character that you're just sitting on, that you probably do love, but you have no plans to do anything with. Why would you market something that you're not going to take advantage of in the near future, And, with that, I mean something along the line, like Persona, they have a new game coming out, so Joker can be advertising for the new Persona game. Potentially, if Erdrick from Dragon Quest is in this game, they could use that to promote Dragon Quest as well. Could they use Chrono to promote Chrono Trigger? Unless there's a surprise, announcement coming about a new game. Business-wise, to me, it doesn't make sense. From a fan standpoint of view, I want this to happen, but it's like a little shot of the map. You battle the people on the enemies on the actual. It's cool. It's a really unique element, but I'm a little torn between this character because I always look at things from like every side. Like, do they fit on the roster? Would they make a great addition? Do they have a good moveset? Character-wise, does it work? Are they popular? There's so many things that I kind of look at business standpoint-wise, personal standpoint-wise, I look at, and I'm torn between this character because I would love to see this character in the game, but at the same time, like I was just saying, business-wise, I don't know if it makes sense. I think Square would have something else, they'd rather promote something else, and if that was the case, I don't blame Square for that decision whatsoever, but, I mean, for this, I don't know what to... I like both these characters a lot. I mean, I grew up on Super Nintendo was my first game system. I played this game. I had then, from Super Nintendo moved on to the N64, Banjo Kazooie. These are like my childhood memories. These are my childhood games right here. It's hard. I'm not voting both in the. I'm voting Banjo because I think just in all aspects he makes more sense, honestly. And I think I just no, not I think I know I'd rather see Banjo Kazooie in this game more than I would Chrono. So Banjo gets my vote, but hey, who knows what's gonna happen? Voting can turn out anyway. But just remember, both these characters are in the loser bracket. All right, there's that tweet again. But they're both in the winners bracket. So whoever loses is fine. They're still in the tournament. But this should be a good one. And yeah, so that's going to be it for this one. So sneak peek for tomorrow. Results for Sans taking on Palico. We'll get the results of that. And then the matchup is going to be Master Croft. Yeah, Master Chief taking on Laura Croft. There we go. That's how you say that. All right, but that'll be the matchup tomorrow. So that should be interesting. And then, yeah, that's it for this one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed as always. Look forward to the voting. And hopefully we catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.